Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're doing a reading focused on who is coming towards you next. I am so grateful to be doing this. I want to thank you all for being here. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. I want to give that reminder that I do have services up. I have been doing, as of late, live stream readings, 10 minutes a piece if you are interested in that, or pre-recorded, or actual live readings as well. So if you are interested in any of those services or anything else that I offer, please check that out in the comment or description section. Please don't forget to like and comment. That does help me out immensely. Yeah, helps me out so much. But yeah, let's kind of get started. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do Aries all the way down to Pisces, and let's get started. We're on Aries' reading. Let's just do that 1 minute for Aries. All right. So let's see who's gonna be answering the questions. Metatron will be here today. Metatron, can you tell me who or what is coming towards Aries next? Let's see. I feel like there's a what headed towards you first, and then there's a who. It's the very first thing I received. Let's see. What is the what that's heading towards Aries next? I see you getting information. It kind of reminds me of those okay, it's not necessarily this per se, but I do think you can understand what I say. This could even be an email, but I'm seeing you receiving a letter. But it kind of looks like the acceptance letter for college or something like that. It's like something that you are expecting to receive. You're hoping to receive this. Maybe it's a job offer, or maybe it's something else. I don't know, right? It's something that you are expecting to receive. You're hoping that is good news, but you are going to be receiving that next. He's flipping the coin. So some of you it'll be good news, some of you it'll be bad news, but there's something that you are expecting to hear. And you are, it's very much like I did it, right? I've applied, or I laid the foundation for this. I'm just expecting to hear back from someone. That's what I see you getting as the very first thing. Is a what, right? Is a letter, or some kind of acceptance letter, or some kind of reply that you are anticipating getting. So that's the very first thing that's coming. Let's see. Is there anything else you want to give on that, Metatron? No. I think you are. I'm just seeing you reading it. You looking at this. No expression per se, so I can't really read it one way or the other. But I definitely feel you getting some reply that you've been anticipating getting, or some kind of letter you've been anticipating as well. And yes, so let's see, who is the who then? So who is coming towards Aries next? I want to say next in love. That's what I see. This person that's coming towards you is, you're going to find them very attractive. They have a specific energy in mind that I see. I see someone who's a bit of a leader, someone who's definitely the kind of person that is assertive and takes charge. And sex has nothing to do with it, but they're very much in that energy of, they know what they want and they go after it. I do feel they are a leader, though. I think that leadership role is something that they they fall into place with that leadership role very easily. This is someone who's very assertive. They know what they want. They go after it. I see them very much in that energy when they see you, of knowing that they want you. I feel you are going to be a bit caught off guard with this person and their energy and their it's I feel like you may have been used to people who are wishy-washy, very indecisive, never knowing what they want, and you have someone here who knows exactly what they want, and they want you, and it feels weird. That's the feeling I have when you are receiving this energy, where it's like you're sure, right? It's like it feels weird, it feels different. The reason why is because the kind of caliber of people that you usually attract are people that usually try to go after you, or people who kind of run in and out. They're never really gonna stick around. But this is someone who knows exactly what they want. They want you. You may be caught off guard. You may want to reject this, or you may want to think, I don't want this. I would be wary of that. You're not used to this energy. This is why you're going to be like, oh, I don't know about this, right? That's what happens when we first come into contact with energy we're not used to. And someone's actions are energy. Everything is energy, right? So this person's energy is actually very much they're sure. There's a certainty here, and they know what they want, and they see you and they want you, and you're going to be a little bit off, a little bit like, oh, I don't know about this. I actually think that they're a good fit, but you're not going to feel that way because of you're not accustomed to this. You're not accustomed to this type of person and someone who's very sure of themselves and sure of what they want in life. And that's exactly what you're getting. I see you being swept up very quickly. If you were to accept this offer, I'm not sure where it will lead, obviously, but it feels like things will move quite quickly because you have someone here. This person, it's interesting. I feel like you are more sure, and usually in your connections with people, than the people you're with. And it's like the opposite this time, where they're more sure than you, and that feels very weird to be on the opposite end. But I feel like if you were to give this a chance to trust your heart, then you will know that this is actually something you want, at least to explore. And a lot of times we have this idea about what it is that we want, right? This, like, I want someone who does this. I get that list all the time, and it's like, okay, yeah, whatever, right? But it's like you're getting that, and you need to see if that's actually what you want, and that's what the experience is all about. I know that it seems crazy, right? This list of things that you actually feel like you absolutely want, no questions asked, right? When you come into contact with it, you start to really understand, is this actually what's going to make me happy? That's the question. And I feel like this is exactly why. I don't know if you've been wanting someone who's more sure or certain, or even someone that's established, right? It just feels like there's like this person in this wrapping that you actually wanted, but I don't know if you find that fulfilling. And don't be crazy, or don't think it's crazy not to find that kind of energy fulfilling. But I think you need to experience this to know why you like it or not like it, because that's the point, right? You need to understand, is this what I want? Is this energy the kind of energy I want in my life? I don't know. I don't know about that. Real crazy, isn't it? Right. But it's important that you say yes to this experience. And it may be short-lived, could be date 1 2 date 10 dates. I actually see it being around 8 to 10 dates, by the way. I just want to make that very clear, at least, before you figure it out. But it's important. All right. Anyway, that's sorry, the readings they get so crazy. So that's all I got for you, Aries. Don't forget to like and comment. So we are on 7 minutes and 30 seconds for Taurus. So let's take a look here, Taurus. Who or what's coming towards Taurus? I see lessons headed in your direction that you kind of need to know. A lot of them are to do with some of the stuff that we like to believe that we've fully conquered and done. I did like I get readings like this. It's not often. By the way, most people, when they hear what I say, they know that they have to just, like, it's not coming through because for no reason. But some people like to get real defensive about these types of things. But you have some self-worth issues that you do need to conquer, and you can go ahead and be like, I've already dealt with self-worth. It's coming back around because you obviously didn't finish it. And I see you, the what that's coming towards you are lessons. How these lessons will express themselves and how these situations will happen will be different for all of you. And it's never the same type of situation. It's always weird stuff. Like, it works out like if someone waved a magic wand and is like, "Ooh, this is how it's gonna be," and it's like you don't see it right away, but after you move through it, you're like, "That taught me this." Yeah, I see you learning a lot about your self worth, lessons that need to be learned. If you have self worth issues, right? If you don't believe that you're good enough, you will never be able to get what you deserve. It's just how it is. It's the point, right? It's the universe law of attraction that all of us have to abide by, because that's how this place works. So it's important you get like these lessons of you learning that you are worthy, right? Are important to get what you are worthy of. It's so make sure you are, you're never going to feel that in that moment when you're learning it. It's always going to hurt. But after the fact, don't get caught up in the trap like, oh, I shouldn't have it to go through that, blah blah blah. Yes, obviously you did, right? So just be careful. Make sure that when you calm down, right, that's what it is, right? When you calm down and you settle down, you can look at it and like, oh, that it taught me this. Thank you. Very important for you. But I see lessons of self-worth coming. Also, some issues about fears as well. I think they're linked, but it's not the same. Let me see any other lessons I headed towards Taurus. Those are the two big ones that I see. There is another one about poverty, lack. I'm getting when I see those things, fear, poverty, lack. Those remind me of my contracts. If you have not taken a look, you can get on my Patreon or on Moments for a one-time purchase. I recommend you take a look at those, listen to them for 14 days, and then it resets your subconscious. I promise you. I know that it's actually really tiring to listen to those. Though I do it. I do it retroactively once every 3 months to listen to those things. I promise you, they really make a big difference. But you do have to commit yourself to that 14-day challenge. Anyway, let's see. Who is there anyone in terms of who is coming towards Taurus next? I see two people teaching you those lessons that we have. I want to say that they're suitors, but it doesn't have to be. These are just, I see them as very much masculine energy. Man or woman doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with sex, but people in very much in their masculine energy, I do feel like actually might be a trigger for you, which is why it's being presented in this, and these people with these very strong masculine traits. But you're going to learn, right, more about your self-worth and actually what's keeping you from embodying that fully and completely. You are worthy. You are worthy. And it requires you knowing that on every cell of your body, every like piece of your energy needs to know that. And that's what these two people I see, two different people that are going to teach you stuff. One of them I feel might be a boss of yours. It feels like that, where they tell you, oh, this, and it triggers you, stuff like that. It could be like an older person, older sibling, maybe a parent that maybe has some control over you or some kind of authority over you. I definitely see a boss figure. And the other one, I don't know. It's gonna be different for everyone, but my kitty. Anyway, but I see these very, very, very important people heading in your direction. Can teach you through the experiences that you two share, right? Or you three share about what's missing in terms of your healing as well. Okay. Is there anything else that Taurus needs to know about this Metatron? Metatron's the one answering, by the way. Let's see. No, he would like you to write down. It's more not like writing down, oh, this triggered me per se. Sometimes when we express ourselves, whether verbally, which I recommend, that's mine, but I like to just scream. I know that that's not everyone's thing. You do need to. It needs to come out of you, right? So writing about what you've gone through will help. I'm so sorry, everyone. He went up in that tube anyway. A TV. I think he's gonna stay in it anyway. But what Metatron is saying is for you to express it in some way, whether it's through verbal. That's one I do, but I know that not everyone's thing, or writing it, where you write it down and you cry when you do that. It's you are literally expressing it. When we are expressing that energy, when we are channeling the energy into something, we're releasing it. That's just how it works, right? So it's something that you do need to practice. You need something where you can channel it into. He does recommend, though, writing for you. Maybe a diary. I don't have one. Obviously, I just do the scream, but you can do whatever you want. And it's right for you. Whatever one you feel most comfortable with is the one, because that's the one you want to keep going back to and doing it so that you can keep releasing what you need to release. All right. That's what I got for you, Taurus. I want to thank you. I love you. And don't forget to like and comment. So let's see. We have 1344 for Gemini. So let's take a look here. Gemini. What's coming towards Gemini? I see you attracting a business partner or someone that's going to help you with some kind of business or project that you currently have. There's one person specifically that's coming to you. It's interesting because I see them as slightly shadowed, or it kind of reminds me of do you know, like if there's a party and then there's decorations and then you just pull the curtain a little bit, right? And you can see the other side of the room or the other room. Yeah, they're behind the curtain right now, and you're gonna pull it, or they're gonna actually see you be the one pulling it. And then you're gonna see this person, and then they're gonna come into your life. But the very first for who or what's coming towards you is someone who's going to help you with some kind of project or business venture. this is a big deal for you as well. It's interesting. I think whoever they are, they're a better networker than you are, or they have network contacts that you need in order to have the thing that you want. Like, I don't know what you're working on exactly, and then this could come across in a myriad of different ways, but if this is for you, you will know what I'm talking about. But whatever this thing that you want to have more exposure in or more success in, they are the key to doing that. But it's because of their network and their contacts, and also the energy that they bring into their connections. I really do understand. A lot of us, we'd like to be really, really, really like self-sufficient, right? In terms of like us doing everything. But in reality, can we all be real? Other people's energy matters. It's the energy, all of us have a finite amount of energy we can bring into this world. So my energy is not very good at business. It just isn't, right? So I need people who are that business energy, that business a mind even as well, right? To help me with the stuff I'm doing, right? So whoever they are, they have an energy you don't have within yourself. And you need them and they need you. It's a mutually beneficial type of thing, but they are someone who's very much looking for you. I just think you find them first. And this person's energy is the energy. They're really good at rubbing elbows. I see that very clearly. Really good at networking. I don't know if this is not your thing or you don't care for it. Then you outsource it, right? You someone else do it for me. Remember doing that. But whoever they are, this is the kind of person that is able to. They have the energy that you just lack in this life because you didn't bring it in, or maybe you just don't have it in your soulful self. But they have the very energy that you need, and this energy is going to be mind blowing for you. I see cash flowing very rapidly, very fast for those that this is a business venture for, like very quickly. This person's opening up doors. It's interesting. I don't know if you're looking for investors or you need people to invest in you for something that you're building, but there is these people that they want you and they're looking for you, but they just don't know it yet. And when they meet you, they know. And that's it. It's like I see just the cash headed towards you, the influx of money headed towards you, and it's very rapid as well. Things will move very quickly with this person. Can I get a time frame? I see October of this happening. It's not, again, this is obviously general. I would always take when it comes to personal readings, I can give an exact date, but if this is for you, but I see October things shifting for you, and this probably opening up for a lot of yous as well. All right. Is there anything else that's coming towards a Gemini? Hmm. That's it. That seems to be the big one, the big person. There are other smaller things headed towards you, other smaller cups, but these things are not as significant as this one is. Is there anything that Gemini can do, Metatron, to help them connect to this energy? Yes, there is something that you can do, and that is by closing your eyes and in your mind's eye connecting to the energy of this situation. I feel like you could have blocks or restrictions that are making you fearful of grabbing onto opportunities or having someone come in and assist you. And again, I feel like there was that message about you wanting to be very self-sufficient or you wanting to do everything on your own. But in reality, you need someone else's energy. Like their energy is important for you to take for you to incorporate in your life. And that's why this person's coming in. It is mutually beneficial, but it's important that you are accepting of it. But I think you may not want to receive help, or you may think, oh no, it's going to take away from some of the money, or I don't know what your issue is, but it's trust your heart, because I feel like it's meant to happen this way. And it's the best thing to happen this way as well. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you, Gemini. Don't forget to like and comment. All right, so we're at 19 minutes. Great. Okay, back. Hello, Cancer. So let's take a look here. We're gonna be looking at what's coming towards Cancer. Metatron, can you tell me who or what's coming towards Cancer? Let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I am seeing a repeat in your life. So when we don't complete karmic cycles, or when we don't do what we feel guided to do, our life kind of stays the same, does it not? And I see areas of your life becoming very, very clear that they're not going to change. And the reason for this is that you're not doing what needs to be done to get the change that you seek. A lot of times it's our mind, right, telling us that we just need to wait. And if something better comes along, we'll just scoot to that, right? Or we'll grab onto that. But in reality, because of everything, we only have what we only get what we need, right? There's never a surplus of energy ever. Everything is given in moderation. So if you have friends, right, and that's how I saw it, but it doesn't have to be like this. Let's say you have friends that you don't really like, but well, you hang out with them anyway. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get new friends until you release the old, because you don't have a surplus. No one ever does, right? So actually, technically that's true, but there are some examples of you know. Anyway, I digress. But the idea is that you need to release this old stagnant energy to bring in new, fresh vitality. But I don't see you doing that. That's actually your problem. So whatever this is for you, could be a job as well, could be coworkers. I think that's how I saw it at first, by the way. I don't know. But whatever this is, it's you need to let go of the old in order for you to bring in the new, or you can never have it, because technically you're full, right? The energy that we are able to bring into ourselves. It's being taken up by these people that you don't really like. So I really do understand logically this makes no damn sense, right? But in reality, how it really works here is we need to release the old in order for us to bring in the new. We hear that a lot. It doesn't, there are a lot of stuff that's inaccurate, but the stuff that you constantly hear again and again and again, that means something. And this is one of those things where you do have to release it. And there may be like a layover. There may be a period of time, maybe even a year before you finally bring in something new. But it does require, right, that sacrifice of this, right, of what you don't want already. You already decided you don't want it. So what's the issue, right? You can't simply play with it, hold on to it, and expect something new to come along, and then you can grab onto that. That's not that expectation is what's holding you back. You do need to make that sacrifice now, and the sacrifice now will benefit your life greatly in the future. But I think that's probably the problem. I think there's trust issues about whether or not you can find something, or whether or not there is something better out there for you, or that you can get it, right? But that will be during the healing that you have when you are waiting, right? The layover itself. And there's always going to be a layover. And let's say this is a job, you quit, you're going to have that layover, and then the door will open. So it always does. I promise you. It just is what it is. You trust your heart, obviously, but I feel your heart is like, I don't want this, whatever this is. I'm done. But I don't have anything else, right? So you're kind of stuck. But the only way is for you to put this to bed, put this to rest, and then you can move. You do that little healing, that self-reflection, and boom, you're gonna have this skyrocket. And that's the point. What you do, I don't know, but I can see you stuck for now. Let's see, is there anything else that's coming towards Cancer? A lot of the same. Metatron says a lot of the same situations, people, places, things, repeat karmic lessons. Whatever it is, though, whatever you're holding on to, I see it getting worse. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but things don't normally get better, right? And when it comes to stuff we have to let go of, like we have to let something go, it usually gets worse, then worse, then worse, until we finally break, right? Yeah, I see that too. That experience of it just getting like more annoying and worse. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe they're doing that, blah, blah, blah. Like, I would have never guessed. And a year ago or months ago, that would have been the case. They would have never have. But the fact is, it's getting worse for a reason. Pay attention to those things, by the way, as well. Everything seems to be pulling you in a new direction, but I feel like there are fears that are holding you in place and keeping you from letting something go that you need to let go of. I recommend the fear contract that I have, 14-day challenge, but you follow your heart, but do you? Let's see. That's it. That's all Metatron is bringing forward. What is guidance? Any guidance that you have for Cancer, for this situation? Pay attention to the synchronicities, the signs. Pay attention to how you feel as well. That's being a key one. That's it. That's it. Just how you feel. You know, I felt it on the heart, like, oh. Anyway, thank you, Cancer. Don't forget to like and comment. I do appreciate it. All right, let's see. We're at 24. 34 Leo. All righties. So let's see. Leo. What or who or what's coming towards Leo next? The very first thing I see you like people coming towards you that you're stepping on, and you're gonna like walk over them. This is actually a good thing. Though that imagery real crazy, but it is a good thing. It kind of reminds me of like you having a bunch of people coming towards you that you don't want. You're like, no, right? And it's like you're gonna have to step over them, right, in order for you to like kind of go ahead, like step on their back, right? I see you doing that in some way where it's just like I don't want this, like this. I've made my choice, right? I've made my decision, and you don't want something, and what you're going to be doing is stepping over it, and kind of doing away with this. So I see you letting go of situations that are overdue in terms of like the release, and you finally kind of making that choice to be done. You know, in the record keepers, and even just in my own life experience as well, right? When you have that moment when you are finished with something, that's when things really change, right? That moment where you're just like, I'm done. It's funny, in my contract that I have, there's a moment where you have to make that choice. I'm finished with this experience. I want something else entirely. And that's the moment that you're going to be experiencing, but it comes in the form of like two different people, where you're just like, no, I am done. I'm finished. And yeah, you are. And I see you putting this to rest, last nail in the coffin, and you're finally releasing yourself from something that is very, very, very problematic. It's something that has proved to you and to yourself that you don't want anymore, or ever for that matter. But it does require this. It honestly kind of requires a slight regression here as well, where it's like you have to do it in a way. I know it sounds strange, but it's like that. It does require some force, right? But I see you doing this no problems. Let's see. Is there anything else? Anything else in terms of who or what's coming towards Leo? That's it. You're gonna be feeling really great. I see the throat chakra. You're definitely expressing yourself though, probably through your voice. But I definitely see you removing some blocks that exist there. You're feeling free. It kind of feels like an unapologetic energy of I am choosing me, and I don't give any F's, right? Oh, who gets hurt by that? It has that feeling where it's just like it's like, wow, like I think I am truly, I don't care. And it's beautiful energy to come through. All right. Is there any guidance that Leo needs to know about the situation or about how to get there faster? That's it. There is something that is coming through, and this has to do with self-expression, right? You know, we're constantly conditioned that we shouldn't react certain ways, or we're constantly gaslit, or we're told you shouldn't be crying, or you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be angry, or you shouldn't express yourself like that, or you should keep yourself composed, blah blah blah. Yeah, I feel like there is a bit of a restriction here, or a block that has been conditioned and programmed into you to not express yourself when you're mad or something. Yeah, you're gonna have to that's how you get over this, expressing yourself even though you're mad. I really do understand, right? But there is a finite amount of anger or anything energy that we can hold within ourselves, because everything is finite, right? So when you express yourself in that angry sort of way, you release all that anger, and then there's no more anger left. So don't be afraid to express yourself and that more aggressive or anger ragey type of way, right? Let it all out. That's what Metatron says. Let it all out. Let everything out here. And that could even be crying in your own pillow, by the way, whatever, right? I saw that for a moment, but whatever this is, you do need to let it all out. And when it's all out, it's all out. That's the point, right? And then you can finally start to heal and fill in that energy with high vibrational energy as well. So it has to do with expression, divine expression, and you have the capacity for rage and anger like all of us do, and there is some within you that needs to be released in order for you to, sorry, like cat here, in order for you to be free of this. So the reason why the situation, whatever the situation is that makes you very angry or annoyed, frustrated, why it keeps appearing is that you have the energy within you, so you need to release it. and then you will be free of it. That's the point. Metatron is bringing this up, so I want to kind of give this. I don't forget what sign it was for, but if you need to write down, like instead of verbally saying it, let me write down my pain, do that instead if that's what you feel called to. But like I said in the other sign, I'm a screamer. I love to scream, so that's what I do. It's I writing down it just takes too much energy and too much work on my behalf. I just won't do it. So I like to just go straight up scream. But whatever you like to do, whatever feels best for you, writing down your pain and your frustration and processing it that way, or screaming it out. Do you, all right? But that you do need to release it all. Hold nothing back here. That's key. Hold nothing back. Very interesting. Very beautiful. Sorry, my throat almost closed up, but I opened up anyway. It's gonna be very, very freeing of your throat center. All right. So thank you, Leo. Don't forget to like and comment. So we're at 30:20 for Virgo. So let's take a look here. Metatron, what do you have to say? Who or what's coming towards Virgo? Invitations to parties with friends and places that you kind of need to go. I see you working very hard, very diligently. And it kind of reminds me of, that it's like, I don't know if it's a trope or something. I don't know what trope even means, but whatever. Where you see in the TV shows where it's like college or high school where there's one, they just work, they're always studying. And then they have these people, right? These fun people that encourage the person that's always working to take a break, right? That's what's about to happen to you. Experiences with people who are encouraging you to kind of take your eye off the ball, to allow you to have some fun in your life. I feel like these people are actually very important to this experience, because I think if you didn't have them, maybe it kind of reminds you of maybe family. How family has birthdays and stuff like that. Do you didn't have these moments, you kind of wouldn't go anywhere or socialize or something. I don't know what your issue is, but it feels like that. These people are actually very important to pulling you out of this energy of overwork and focus on your goals. And it's not that that's a bad energy per se, but I think you have trouble getting yourself into the energy of fun and adventure and excitement, and even relaxation without their input. But they are the kind of people that encourage you to do this. And I feel like this connection that you have with these individuals is actually very special. It's a very special connection because for the time being, you need this. You wouldn't be able to get yourself out of this, I want to say, work mode or focus on your goal mode without them encouraging you to do it. It's important that you see the benefit of these connections right now in your life, so that you can actually start to provide these benefits for yourself. But for now, right, these connections or these invitations are very, very important for you. But I see you just working, like it's just like really up in your desk, like whoa, like that, and they're just like yanking your arm, like come on, like let's go, and that's so important. So we thank them for them doing this for you. We thank them for the benefits that they're bringing into your life as well. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else coming towards a Virgo? That's it. Just these situations. I see multiple invites to different stuff as well. I don't just see one. I see different types of stuff. It's beautiful because these people, I think you know how, like, I think you may live to work, but I think they live for fun. I just feel like that. It's something like this where everyone has different types of energy or different focuses and priorities, and that's how it's normal, right? But and your priority seems to be very work focused, but they have a priority of fun and excitement, and you need some of that energy. I feel like you feel that as well. Anyway, it's very interesting, very interesting. But I see multiple invites. Is there any guidance that you have for Virgo, Metatron? Let loose a little bit more. It's interesting because I see barriers actually like around here, where you kind of don't. I feel like you may, I don't know, maybe you used to have a lot of fun when you were younger, or you used to like maybe play video games, or maybe you just did stuff that was very youthful, right? Where you kind of wasted time. There's this part of you that has this belief that if you were to indulge this or really let yourself loose, that you would go back to who you used to be, this person that used to do whatever you don't want to do anymore. Yeah, that's not going to happen because you're different. You're so different. But it does kind of block out some of the energy you should be receiving from these experiences because you're not letting loose or you're not letting it come to you fully because you're creating this block. I actually think it's your ego. That's how, because that's where I see the ego always as on like kind of like the chest up, just that energy that surrounds us. I think it is an ego blockage, but I feel like it's also a limiting belief where you believe that you'll go back to becoming who you used to be. You don't want to be that. The fact that you don't want to be that person who you used to be means you won't. That's the point. It has nothing to do with the situations that are right before you that are fun. Let loose, lose yourself that day, and get back to work tomorrow. And that's the guidance that's coming through from Metatron as one of the best things that you can do for yourself. You know, it's interesting because you don't need that experience every night or every day or even every week. But if you got a lot from it, from the time you do get it, right, it will keep you going a while. I hope that makes sense. It's like if you suck up all the fun in a situation, right, as much as you can possibly get from it, you really fill your cup. Imagine how long that cup will last. And keep you going, right? But the fact that you are blocking it because you're worried about regressing into an old version of yourself is keeping that cup from filling so it doesn't last very long. And you need constant replenishment. So it is something to think about, especially because you want to work and you want that life of focusing on goals, right? You want that. Well, it requires more. You need to juice the fun more. So just keep that in mind. That's all I got for you, Virgo. Please don't forget to like and comment, and thank you. So let's see, we're at 36 minutes and 5 seconds for Libra. Let's take a look here. Libra. What's coming towards Libra? I see romantic interest coming towards you next. One second, I gotta make sure what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. I felt someone coming off the side, but for this area for me is the past. So I feel like someone from your past is returning. That's the first thing I got. But let me double check. Metatron, can you clarify this? Yes. I feel like this is someone who's maybe even come back from your life previously, is coming back yet again. It's interesting. There's a lot of energy in the connection itself. I see it being very gold, very high vibrational. This connection, it's kind of one of the things that I think most people struggle with on a regular basis because of how we're programmed to believe what love should be or how love should go. A connection that's high vibrational doesn't mean it's going to stay in your life forever, right? And it doesn't mean that it's supposed to, right? But a lot of times we tend to have these expectations or these beliefs that make us kind of grab onto those things. I think this person coming into your life, maybe even temporarily, is a benefit for you. I'm not saying I see it temporary, but I feel like in the past it has been. You may not have saw it as temporary because of your limiting beliefs or your ideas about love or your expectations. There is a strong encouragement from Metatron to release all that because that's going to disappoint you again. It's going to hurt. The disappointment hurts more than them leaving you, right? And you're doing it to yourself. So just take that in mind. But I see someone from your past returning who has left before. And this person coming back is very high vibrational, a lot of gold, a lot of energy here. This connection is very important. I want to say to you and to your life, and what that importance is, I would let time decide and let time determine the importance of it, not your beliefs or your expectations, or kind of like ad libs where you just fill in the blank. Yeah, don't just fill in the blank here. Let you live the experience to see where it goes, and then you'll know what this person means to you. And maybe they'll mean something else every single time they come back, or maybe they'll mean like, I don't know, other things, right? But importance is to allow it to unfold naturally rather than trying to place those expectations there. And those expectations they're detrimental to you. I feel a lot of you have been pausing yourself, pausing your life, or pausing your flow as well. And that's not to do with this connection. It's not to do with this person. It's to do with your expectations too. So just keep that in mind. I'm seeing that your expectations really being something you need to focus on. But let's see for what does Libra need to know about the situation? Like, why are they coming? I see them handing flowers to you. Roses, red roses seems to be the one. Sometimes they could be apologizing or making some kind of gesture. I think this person wants something serious with you. I think they want. But what Metatron is showing me is what they want, and honestly, what a lot of, like, what you even want, right? It may not actually be possible yet or ever. So I feel like they actually do want something serious with you, Libra. But whether or not this person is capable of that very thing that they want to provide is not the same as actually providing it, right? We've all been there. With those people that constantly promise stuff, promise this, promise that. They want to be someone who can live up to those promises, right? But they can't. That's what I see. I'm not saying that they can't per se, but it does feel like that. That energy of like, I'm not sure. I know I want to give this energy. I know I want to give this stability. I know I want to be there for you, but can I? I don't know. But it doesn't stop people from saying it. So I think a lot of you, it's very interesting. This person coming in with this energy wants to be what you want them to be, but whether they can, it's another story. And that's why you let it unfold, right? Rather than attaching these expectations. Doesn't matter what they say. Always trust what your heart says and the energy itself, more than their words, because words are words. They're not much, right? Just keep that in mind. Is there any other guidance that you have towards Libra? That's it. Just the expectations, releasing those all together. Follow your heart, live in the moment. Being more mindful seems to be the one. The expectations are constantly jolting you out of your body and forcing you to live in the future or worry about the future or worrying about the past, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, live in the present moment, be more mindful. Easier said than done, he says, right? But that is, it feels like that's where your focus needs to be right now, is learning to do that and learning to embody that mindful energy. Very interesting. You do this, I see your life blooming very rapidly. Like it's like this, it's just this energy of just blossoming like abundance. That's what I see. But that's the problem is for you and lots of other people is, how do I become mindful, right? How do I actually do that? Tricky, right? Expectations is I think I see as your biggest issue, but not the only one. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I want to thank you, Libra. Please don't forget to like and comment. But again, a past person, very interesting, headed back in your direction. All right, so we have 41 for Scorpio. Alrighty, so let's see who or what's coming towards Scorpio. I see an old flame who used to be mad at you, headed in your direction. It is what it is. It's what I see. Someone who's who was very angry at you, was very triggered by you. This experience that you had with this past person, Scorpio, was very, very, very. I want to say possibly explosive, but it feels very draining, like very exhausting, blah, blah, blah. However, who's coming towards you is someone from your past that wants to make up with you, but they have a little resentment in their heart towards you still. It's kind of that thing where it's the funniest thing. And I promise you, when you have experiences, you really do get what I'm saying. But a lot of people are like, you got to practice forgiveness. Like, oh, I forgave them already. Yeah, they always say that, right? But when we are engaging with someone, our actions and words say another thing, do they not? Right? Because even though consciously we may have forgiven them, parts of ourselves are not on board with that yet. So this person, although they have forgiven you and they want forgiveness and they want to make up with you, they have not actually forgiven you in their heart. I see there being like a black piece within this person's heart that is like there, right? And it's gonna come out like it always does, because that's exactly what happens, right? But they think and they truly believe, right? And I want to say they think and believe, right, that they have forgiven you and they're ready for this. But I think this person it's kind of those situations where you say, I forgive you, and they forgave me too. In the first fight you have, everything from the past comes back. Doesn't, you know what I'm talking about when I say that, right? Everything in the past. Oh, I thought you said you forgive me, because obviously they didn't, right? There's parts of themselves that are not on board with that forgiveness yet. That's the energy here. This person coming back, I want to make up with them. I want them in my life. And they do, by the way, they really do want that. They want that experience. but whether or not they have forgiven you and they're completely open is another thing entirely. And that is a truth to the multidimensional part of ourselves. We're so multidimensional, and we don't really consider that enough when we are at when we're giving forgiveness, right, or healing. We don't really quite grasp, like, oh, it's all of me on board with this forgiveness, right? Has every aspect of my being forgiven them? Has every aspect of my being asked for forgiveness, right? That it's like it's not there, because consciously we think we're just our consciousness, but our energy is living intelligence. We're so much more than that. And it's going to become very apparent that they haven't quite forgiven you the moment there's one trip up, right? That thing pops up. They're going to have a snidey little remark or something, or bring up the past, and it's going to happen. It's supposed to. I feel like Metatron is bringing this forward for you so that you can actually learn. The way that I do this personally is I pull someone's energy and I have them right in front of me with my mind's eye. And then you can see how you engage and you interact with them. If you are if your imagination is becoming snidey, snarky, if you start to have backhanded comments, you can guarantee that there's an energy within you that is unhappy with seeing them, because you've not forgiven them. So that's one of the ways I do it, just to have a thorough understanding of how I feel completely. But whatever works for you, Metatron is suggesting what I just gave you, though, right? Even just imagining what it will be like to interact with them will be very revealing to what's lurking in your shadowy parts or in your subconscious. When you interact with them, you can say, I've forgiven them. My people, I always say, they always need, it's like a knee-jerk reaction, right? I say, oh, there is need for forgiveness. I've forgiven them. And it's like, I would really feel that through. So this is my message for you, is to really feel, right, in your heart and all of your soul. Ask, have I fully, completely forgiven this person? And vice versa. They have not, by the way, for you. They're going to come in with that. It's important that you weather that storm, because I feel like this connection is very special. All right. Weather that storm and give this person compassion, grace, because they need it. They according to what they have access and awareness to, they truly have forgiven you, but they haven't. Not completely. Very juicy. All right. Anything else that you have? Any guidance that you have? Just having grace, understanding, compassion. That's it. Patient. Sorry. It hurts the heart. I can feel like that. Patient hurts the heart, but it is important. Love it. Sorry, Medicine says love is patient. That's what he just said. It is. And it's it's important. Anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got for you, Scorpio. It hurt the top of my heart. So you may want to focus some energy there. I thank you. I love you. Please don't forget to like and comment, Scorpio. And let's see, we're at 47 for Sagittarius. All right, so who or what's coming towards Sagittarius? I had another reading quite like this. I see what's coming towards you is new business ventures and business people heading in your direction. Very, very, very focused on creating something with you. There is a plan forming. I want to say it's with the people. I see when you're gonna build like a theme park or build a building or build some kind of like empire, it's like you kind of have these like blueprints, right? That on there, like, this is what we're gonna do, this is how we're gonna do it, this is the ideas I have, what do you think, blah blah blah. That is the type of situation I see headed in your direction, of someone who wants to build something with you that requires blueprints, because it's so big. Whatever this is going to be something that is life changing, something that is life creating as well. It's what it mentions as life creating. You may want a better life for yourself, or a different life than you currently have, something that is more abundant, or something that is on the next level. That's how I see it. Whatever this is, you are going to be receiving this, but this person has plans. Let me see how you're going to meet this person, because I saw like you chit chatting and then immediately moving to plans, but that's crazy, right? But I feel like that's actually quite. They may have like. They may be good at what you're trying to do. Like, let's say it's a certain type of business. They may be quite good at getting this business to be profitable, or setting up the the foundation of it. They may have that expertise, but they're very quick. This business venture of yours is going to move quite quickly. Ooh, the air came up. And it's because this person has that knowledge that you need, and they have the blueprints already. It's almost like it's interesting. It kind of, somebody, this could be a talent scout or someone who, it's like they kind of, they put stuff, they have this vision. That's how I see this person. Like there's someone who has that vision, and they just put everything very quickly. Their mind, it works out this way. So it's like they are able to come up like that so quickly. This, like, they're gonna look at you like, oh, I have a vision, and they're putting this all together, and they create something beautiful, and you are going to glow up as a result of this, and it puts you on the next level as from where you are currently. And it could even be someone who gives you like ideas about maybe how you should do it. But a lot of you, or some of you, this is definitely a professional, someone who is absolutely a professional at doing this. They're a professional at creating. It kind of reminds me of like a talent scout or something like that. Or, you know, some people create images for people, blah blah blah, something like that. But it's not, it doesn't feel like it's that seems too superficial. This feels like it's an actual physical thing that they're helping you build. And they're building it around you and around who you are and what you're capable of. Very very beautiful. But it's something, it's like it's your energy brings life to it, but it's their vision that you're bringing life to. Yeah, sorry, it is just like that. Sorry, it just came out like perfect. But yeah, it's exactly like that. You bring life to it. A lot of energy from the divine is channeling into your body right now, and it's going to give life to the situation. So I see whatever this is meant for you, and it's because so much energy from the divine's coming into you. You're meant to create this, but it's not. It's you know, I know a lot of us, you know, we have like our, you know, if you get your Akashic record, you get your purpose and blah blah blah, and you kind of like, oh, I wonder how this is going to work out. But how it really works out versus um how we think it's going to work out are very different all the time, right? And that's why we got to leave those expectations out out of it, because this situation is very big. And this person, they're quite good at it. It's interesting, they're good at colors as well. I see that, like, they know exactly what colors work, and exactly what stands out. Like they have that mind. I know I don't have this mind at all, but they have that mind where they know exactly what colors work on you and exactly what colors should be in the background. And it's a big deal. Anyway, kind of reminds you when I buy artwork from Kat, is the person I buy artwork from, and her artwork stands out a lot, right? But that energy that's coming through from an artist, it means something. It's important. Anyway, that's what I got. That's all I have for you. Any guidance that you have, Metatron, for Sagittarius to be open to the situation? He's saying like this as well, open to it. It's interesting. He's saying that you know what you're good at, stick to that. And know if other people are better at other stuff, let them. I know it's an odd thing to say, but it kind of reminds me of those when you're like, you have someone dressing you or fitting you for clothing and stuff. They're like, this is look good on you. This is look good on you, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like you're not quite good at that. And the whole point is, well, they are, let them, right? Trust their energy, trust that they're good at what they're good at, because they are, and trust that you are good at what you're good at, and stick to that, and not try to, I want to say, give too much input, right? Because you don't want to skew their image. What their image is powerful, and what that thing's going to do to your life is a powerful shift. And you kind of don't want to corrupt or change it in any way. You want them there. It's like that. I get visions a lot myself now, right? I constantly get visions where I'm like, oh, this is going to happen, or this is going to happen, or oh, wow, I didn't even know I should do this, but I had that vision I should do something. And it kind of reminds me of that. Those visions are coming from up there. They really are. So trust this person's vision for you. And trust that you and stick to what you know. All right. That's what I got. I thank you, Sagittarius. Don't forget to like and comment. Love you. All right, we're at 52. 22 for Capricorn. All right. So who or what's coming towards Capricorn? You have a job offer, Capricorn. That's a very big one for you. I see new job offers and new people heading in your direction. I want to say companies are seeking you out, but there's one very specific one. You're not at the company yet, though, by the way. Where you are versus the next one that's coming, it's going to be very drastic. I see a steep incline in money because of the service that you provide. Some of you, they're going to, when you steal the competition, no. Yeah, is that what it is? Steal the competition's employees? Whoever they are scooping you up and they're going to give you a pay raise as a result. I think I'm not saying that this is where you're meant to be per se, but I think you getting paid more matters. It's something that I kept noticing again and again and again. Right. When I remember when I first started, like I was making a certain amount of money, and it was like it's like I had to keep pushing to break that ceiling, right, to make even more. I think you making more money, and it feels like it's a steep incline, is important for you because you need to break the ceiling. Like whatever you make now, I feel you've been making it for a while. Right? It's been around that same bracket essentially. This is a new bracket that you're going to be breaking through, and it's important for your energy to know that you're worthy of that, and it will help attach you to making that much money. It kind of reminds me, and I know it sounds so crazy, but you know how like people who are millionaires and billionaires, they naturally make money because their energy is so used to making that much. It's just how it is, right? It's like they can get bankrupt and then make money very fast again because they're used to making that money. That money naturally moves towards them. Whatever this is, it feels like it's a steep incline in pay that now attracts you to more money. And it's not like the job itself that is important. It's more of the influx of income that's important for your energy because you've been worthy of more, but it's like you kind of needed that scenario to prove to you that you are worthy of more. It's when you make a certain amount of money, you very rarely go back down. Does that make sense? Like you just don't. And that's the feeling where you need to make this much so you never return to making that little bit again. And I think this is going to lead you to new business ventures under your own where you create something new for yourself. That's the feeling I have, by the way. But it's important that you're like, I'm making this much money. How do I make this much money doing a side hustle or doing some other kind of business or starting my own business, right? And that's what's going to lead you to brand new opportunities that will make that much. Slowly but surely, obviously, you'll make that much and then grow and grow and grow. But it's the key. It's like I see like this cauldron that is you of energy, and there's someone's throwing in this spice, and it just spruces everything up, and it changes it. It changes the I don't know the molecular structure of the cauldron's content, right? Because of this, and it's going to change your life. It's interesting. It's something that I see you heading in a new direction though after this job or after you've like, I'm kind of done with it. Somewhere else you would have never even thought of trying to go towards, but since you've made so much money, you're like, I want that. I know I'm capable. I'm worthy of that. And that leads you to making choices that are different than what you would have made if you were making that baseline that you were making. Some of this could be minimum wage. I'm not sure, but it's something that's small. It's a small amount of money that you've been making. You've been making around this amount for a while. And that steep incline is going to just rock your world, rock your energy, and you will release a lot of that stuff that's been holding you back. Let's see. Is there anything else Metatron and guidance for Capricorn? I think that is the only thing. Let's see, any guidance that you have. You are worthy, you're deserving of this. The new job, you're not, I don't, my heart says you're not meant to stay there. You're meant to start something else for yourself. Metatron says when that moment comes when you know, like, okay, it's time to move on and start something else completely different, start it. That's the point. Don't dawdle. Don't dawdle because that's going to take time to build as well. So you kind of want to like whatever you're going to get an idea. It's how it happens. Like I remember I was just like listening to music and I had this idea and I was like, oh, this is a good way to bring in more money, right? And I started doing it. It's actually the live stream readings that I have, right? I was like, oh, they're like, just do this. This is something that you need to bring in more money. It will help me have access to more people, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I did it, and it really increased my income a lot. And it's like that. It's like, so you're gonna have an idea eventually when you're working at this new place that is going to bring in a lot of money. And the whole point is that you start to cultivate that. It's like gold beneath the earth, and so you start to actually dig for that gold. You're not going to find it, and that's the point. That's what medicine says. Okay, so dig as fast as when you get the idea, dig, and you will reap the rewards of that. All right, so I got for you, sorry, not Sagittarius, Capricorn. I thank you, I appreciate you, I love you, and don't forget to like and comment, Capricorn. Alrighty, so we are on 5850 for Aquarius. Let's see. Alrighty, Aquarius, you have new friends headed in your direction, by the way. New friends, new interesting people. I see them as being fun, being very charismatic, and bringing a lot of energy into you and your life that you kind of need. But I see the friendship really being the key one. I don't know if you've been maybe by yourself or a bit of a recluse, or you've not, you don't really like the friends or people that you are connected to. Yeah, I see brand new people heading in your direction with brand new energies heading in your direction. And these energies are exciting. They're fun. They have a lifestyle though that you really do need. The lifestyle I got, it doesn't have to be this one. Like I see them having a boat and they're going to invite you on the boat. But I feel like I've gotten that for Aquarius before, but it's like that. That's the energy where it's like they have this, I think they have they're richer than you are, or they have more money than you do. In that energy of being close to wealth, right? We absorb it and then we start to become more wealthy, right? But it does kind of, it doesn't feel like it's just wealth though. I think it's fun. Leisure time, right? Having experiences. You know, some people like, you can tell someone who's had these experiences where like, I went to this place, I did this, I did I no jet skiing, all, like they you can tell they've had a lot of experiences. I feel you have not had too many, or not enough for you. And these people have they're consistently having the experiences that you are actually without and that you need. And that's the point of why these people are headed in your direction, and why you two are going to really mesh well. You're going to love their energy, love their excitement, love the exciting things that they have. I feel they have more money than your current friends though, or the people that you currently talk to, because it kind of feels like there is like they're like, oh, let's go here this weekend, or blah blah blah. It's like, okay, right? I feel like you have it, or you're capable of coming up with the money for stuff like that. But I don't think the people you're around can do that, or they can't pitch in for like getting a cabin or getting a retreat or something like that. It's I don't know, it feels like that, but take it how it resonates. But these people, they have a lot of disposable income, so they're constantly going out and constantly doing stuff. They're constantly living that life. So you're gonna very much mesh well with these individuals. But I feel like the experience of having fun in leisure time is also important for you. Let's see. A lot of sorry, I feel it in the solar plexus, like a lot, like it just like, yes, I am this person, or sorry, it does kind of feel like that, or you're just like, yeah, yes, I'm the kind of person that has fun, or I'm the kind of person that's having this excitement. Sorry, it is that. But it's through them, and the fact that they don't have the kind of restrictions that your current friend group or your family has. And that's the point. You're meant to, you're giving them energy as well that they need. So don't think that you're out of place or anything, that though I don't actually feel that energy at all. I think you're sure of yourself and you know what you're bringing in. But these individuals, they need your energy just as much as you need theirs. Probably more so. I see them getting more from this experience than you, but I think it's training your mind, training your energy to, we need to have more fun. We need to have these experiences. And now I have people to do it with. And it's not that you wouldn't do it alone necessarily, but it's not the same, right? Just going jet skiing to go by yourself, right? It's not the same, right? You usually go with people. You want to go with people. And I feel like the current people you have around in your life are not, either they don't do that type of stuff or they don't have money for it. But whatever the case is, I see you being invited or introduced to these group of people that just have this type of fun all the time. And it's really going to help you learn to have more of that type of fun as well. Okay. Anything else? Any guidance that you have, Metatron, for Aquarius? Just live a little. He's saying never to underestimate the experiences, that energy that we suck up when we are having those experiences as well, being very impactful for your life. So every area of life will benefit from you having more fun. It's the key. That's what he's saying. So don't think that, don't value this or underestimate this. And that having these types of fun experiences are part of what's going to help. It's like fertilize the other areas of your life. So I see like this forest getting bigger and bigger and thicker and more, right? Because your energy has more to give. So it's important. So he's saying, just don't underestimate. You may think like, oh, I'm just doing this. No, that's not just doing that. You're taking a lot of energy from this experience that is going to be given to the other areas of your life. All right. That's what I got for you, Aquarius. Don't forget to like and comment. I love you. So let's see. We're at 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 8 seconds for Pisces. Alrighty, let's see. Pisces. Who are what's coming towards Pisces? All right, so I see a group of people that are around you. Could be family, friends, maybe even haters online. I see you leaving them in the dust, essentially. You just letting them go. There's an issue here. I think something that you've been noticing yourself. Why are you looking at that, or why does that hurt you so? Right? Obviously, you had something within yourself that thought the same or believed them. And what you're doing for what's next is just an internal energy that you are actually releasing. So let's say these people think of you as very weak or something like that, or not very capable, or I don't know. People always project, do they not? But when those projections hit us and they affect us, it's hitting something within us that needs to be addressed. So I see you having looked at these situations, or looking at these people, or even look at these comments, and you're like, that's triggering me, right? But what you're doing is healing that, and you're now able to leave these things in the past. That's actually being very important for what's coming to you. I see you ascending very quickly and growing very quickly, but it has to do what you need to wrap up, and that seems to be the most key one. Ooh, the ARIES came up. Is you wrapping up what these people project onto you that hurts. So let's say someone projected onto me that I am worthless, that energy will move right through me. Why? Because I know I'm not, and on a complete soulful level. Like I know I know my worth, right? With 100%. Actually, they're saying I'm at 98% certainty. I guess some of it will hit me, so I've got to work on the other two. But it will pass right through me. I won't be affected by it much or at all, right? And the reason for this is I don't feel that way. So some of the things that they're saying, you feel within yourself, which is why it hurts, and which is why it's making you look, which is why you are kind of stuck on it. So the most important thing for you to do right now is to release what makes you feel these things about yourself. And when you do, they have no power over you. These people will literally lose power over you, because you are not affected or afflicted anymore by what they say. And the only way to do that is for you to heal what is making you affected and afflicted by what they say. That's the point, right? So it's the key one that's here. But I see you doing this, wrapping this one up and solving this issue, and you growing very quickly as a result. Whatever they say, it hits you. That's what they keep bringing this up. Like it's hitting parts of yourself. Like I see, I don't know if you're trying to grow or you're trying to become successful or something, but it's like, oh, you'll never be. And it hurts when they say that, because a part of you really believes that they're right. It's something like that. Sorry, I just got to say, they mentioned what he just wanted me to reiterate, because it got even clearer this time. But sorry, it hurt. It hit me in the solar plexus, by the way. It was painful. But that is key. I also see you growing, evolving, and hitting heights you've never hit before. But it happens after that resolution here, that wrapping of that up. You can't pretend it doesn't exist, because it's hurting you, and you have to address it. So just keep that in mind. That's the guidance that's coming through. I would work on healing that, right? Work on addressing that. One of the best things that you can do is tell yourself that you're worthy. Tell yourself that you're amazing, or even address the parts of you that don't believe it, and bring them into your fold. That's what I normally do. So whatever sticks out is something you should do, or maybe you have your own healing technique. You do need to identify the parts that are being hurt by what they say, and then healing that, and then they won't be hurt anymore. So it's a beautiful thing. But and they say, is there anything else that you have for Pisces? sorry, I have the throat center really vibrating and shaking. I feel like you're going to be using your voice more, um, a lot more in the future. You may have rage or frustration that you need to express. I recommend you express it. Maybe by talking or writing it down. The Metatron brought that forward as a way that I know when I lived with like my family, I couldn't just scream or cry or because they'll always ask why, and you just need to release it, right? You don't need to be stopped. But I know that we don't always live alone. But what I want to say about expressing ourselves, right, is you don't have to just scream or cry it out. You can write it out. So just keep that one in mind, all right? Anything else about who or what's coming towards Pisces? That's it. There is a situation that's coming to silence you. I see that really being key. I don't know who they are, but I see them squeezing your cheek. Kind of reminds you of like a mother or something like that. Doesn't have to be your mom, but someone who has that dominating effect where they have some kind of power over you. You need to find your voice in that moment. It's a big one. It's a big situation. It's part of the you rising from this because again, you're releasing all the stuff that's holding you back, but it's being reflected in the people that you are interacting with. So it's important. There is someone though that has their hand on your mouth that's trying to silence you. Rage, anger, of not wanting to be silenced is the key to pushing through that. I want to say that limit or that breaking point. All right, it's the key. I know we're constantly conditioned. You can't be angry, or you can't express yourself that way, or you shouldn't be crying. Blah blah blah. We know we've all been there, right? But in reality, our expression is divine, right? And how you want to express yourself in that moment, and of being silenced is key. It's key that you say something. Okay. It's just important. Again, I see you just lifting up as a result of this, though. I keep seeing the image of you floating into clouds, but it's these situations that need to be addressed. Okay. That's what I got for you. I want to thank you, Pisces. Don't forget to like and comment. I love you, and take care, everyone, and bye.